104.9
Coyote Country.
Real Country with Robert Miguel.
It's 104.9 Coyote Country. All right, special guest on the phone with me. This is an honor and a pleasure. The one and only Randy Rogers. Good morning, sir.
The one and only.
Man, you got to be excited, huh?
Yeah, this is release week. Our brand new record, Hellbent, comes out Friday. And it's like waiting on Christmas, for us. Like, the music and the music industry are different things.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but then it all comes into fruition, on days like this when you get to share the music, with all your fans and rowdy concert goers. Now, this is Randy Rogers' band 8th studio album. Is that right?
Yes, 8 records. Same 5 guys, 17 years. Kind of unbelievable.
That's crazy, huh? Now, what's the secret been to keeping the lineup all together, man?
Yeah, respect. It's just like a marriage. You gotta be okay with each other's differences and just move on and forgive and forget.
Well, tell me this. Oh, since we're talking about it, what are some of the most annoying things about your bandmates? Come on.
I would have to say, being on a tour bus isn't like what people think it is. If you can just imagine like a moving locker room, where people leave stuff laying around. Not everybody always showers. Yeah, it's tough out there. It is. Not all the glitz and glamour.
Now, how long have y'all been together as a band?
Same 5 guys, 17 years.
So 17 years. I would imagine that you guys aren't the same, 5 guys 17 years later as far as maybe marriages and families and all that stuff go. I would imagine that the tour bus probably has more kids and, girlfriends and wives hanging out on it too, right?
Well, we do put family first, and we do consider ourselves brothers and a family, and it has grown. You're right. Between like all of our band and crew and everybody, I think there's like 16 kids.
Wow.
That we are taking care of and feeding literally as a family, and so I think that's also kept us strong and driven, and it's important to us to take care of our families financially, and being in a band is the way we do it, and touring and playing shows. And thanks to everybody that's ever bought a ticket to come out to see us, because that's really how we make our living.
Well, I imagine y'all keep your nose a little cleaner these days, right, with a family around, and your lives are much more important to other people besides the fans, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we still like to have a good time, though. Come on. I love me some tequila now.
That's good stuff. Well, again, we're talking to Randy Rogers Band. Randy Rogers from the Randy Rogers Band. 8th studio album, Hellbent, is coming out on Friday. Now, let's talk about the record now. So 11 tracks on the new record. Where are you pulling from? Obviously, you got family and friends around. Is there a lot of that vibe on there, or what else lyrically are you pulling from?
Yeah, I wrote 20 songs for the record, maybe 30, and 7 of mine made it. So, I write country music, man. I write about country themes, and there's a few more stories on this album than in albums past. Just trying to paint little pictures, colorful pictures of everyday life that I see people living, and that's where I pull from. I write, like I hear a conversation at a bar, between 2 old guys, and I pull a song out of it. I watch a romantic comedy movie with my wife, and I pull something out of the movie and write a song about it. I just try to write what I see.
Well, now, we've been playing the heck out of your latest single, Crazy People. I recently went #1 on the Texas charts. Who specifically are the inspiration for Crazy People? Is that family and friends?
Yeah, my mom and dad. I grew up sheltered as a, son of a Baptist preacher, and so I ran off and did all the crazy stuff they told me not to do about as soon as I could. And then looking back, they probably were the same way when they were teenagers and young adults. And now as my, kids are getting a little bit older, I can realize now why my parents were so protective of me. So it's just a full circle.
Now, as far as the title of Hellbent, I'm reading on the little press release here. You borrowed the title from Guy Clark's Hellbent on a Heartache. What's the association there?
Well, Guy Clark influenced all of us, as songwriters, and I got to know him when he was alive and wrote some songs with him, and it was just a nod to him. I always loved that song. It was off one of his last records he ever made, and I wanted to put our own spin on it. We put some tempo on it and picked it up a little bit, and hopefully he's proud of it. It's something that I wanted to do just as a respect for Guy Clark and how much he has influenced all of us.
Now, obviously, you know, your influences as far as your sound. I mean, like we said, 17 years of band, 8 records in. Are there any newer influences you guys are pulling from as far as the songwriting style? I mean, when you've been around this long, you know, you got your thing and you got, you know, the stuff you grew up with and that you listen to. But, you know, 8 records later, are you pulling from anything newer?
Well, I mean, I think we all listen to different stuff as a group of guys, you know. I mean, not everybody's taste is the same. So, yeah, I'm definitely into the kind of modern country that's happening right now, the rap music and the country. I'm kidding.
You know, I was saying this is either going to be a great joke or, man, I don't know how I'm going to get through this conversation.
Man, heck no, dude. I still listen to Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson every day, so I don't know. Some things never change, brother.
Well, very, very good. Again, we're talking to Randy Rogers here. The new album, Hellbent, comes out everywhere on Friday. Let's talk about this because your management was kind enough to give us some tickets to give away. You guys are having a big old street party in San Marcos, right, on Saturday night?
Yeah, Saturday night, Sugar Street Warehouse out in the parking lot. So come make some neighbors mad with me.
Well, it's going to be a good time, and listen to win your tickets here on KVOU Coyote Country. Randy, what else is going on? What are the plans with the new record? Now, once it gets out, well, first of all, let's talk about how we can get the record. Are you guys doing digital release? Are there going to be a limited number of CDs? Or you going to press any vinyl? Well, what can we expect there as far as the fans getting the record?
We've got some bundles. RandyRogersBand.com. You can get a vinyl, T-shirt, hat all together, or just a vinyl, or just a CD, or just a koozie. You know, whatever you want. Everything's there, RandyRogersBand.com. And then, of course, all your digital music outlets. The album will be available on Friday. So.
Well, very good, man. We're so excited to hear the new record in its entirety. We're loving Crazy People, so we're just excited to have you guys coming to town. I know you guys released your tour dates. You guys thinking about coming back to Uvalde? I know you guys do Lone Star or at least Concan over at House Pass. Or anything on the horizon for us here?
Yeah, man, we've got a show in Concan coming up July 4th weekend, I believe. So we'll see you then.
Right on. Again, Randy Rogers, thank you so much for checking in on the show, man. We do appreciate you.
No doubt. Have a great week.
Take care, man. All right, here's the latest single, Crazy People. It's Randy Rogers Band on 104.9 Coyote Country.
Daddy rolling through a four-way, Mama singing to a hymnal. Wood pan, the family car, my nose up against the window. Flashing neon sign, people all around. Mom said, don't pay them no mind, they ain't your kind of crowd. Some needing saving, late night chasing, wrong side of the tracks. Lost inhibition, strangers kissing, smoking out the back. Backseat loving, fighting, cussing, music way too loud. Bunch of heartbreaking, money wasting, hell raising, crazy people. I found an old shoebox, wasn't supposed to find. Written right on top, the summer of 75. Saw Mama in a two-piece hanging off a lifeguard stand. Daddy right beside her with a cold one in his hand. Some needing saving, late night chasing, wrong side of the tracks. Lost inhibition, strangers kissing, smoking out the back. Backseat loving, fighting, cussing, music way too loud. Bunch of heartbreaking, money wasting, hell raising, crazy people. Some needing saving, late night chasing, wrong side of the tracks. Lost